What's up everybody, ArsenTech here, and here's how to make your Fedora Linux terminal to look modern and stylish. I mean Fedora Linux, not the tax wearing a fedora. Back to the guide. Start by opening the start menu and launching the preferred terminal. Make sure to type sudo dnf update. Type the password to update existing packages. In some cases it might return repositories loaded, nothing to do, but on few cases it updates existing packages. If update takes longer, make sure to be patient and wait because these updates are critical. Next is installing fish terminal by typing sudo dnf install fish. It may take longer than expected depending on system specs and internet connection, like the internet speed and region. Either way, the fish has been installed, so if you type fish again, it greets with the fish terminal. To install nerdfonts in this case, open the preferred browser, type the mentioned URL nerdfonts.com, click on downloads, and then choose your preferred nerdfont. I recommend choosing font with coding ligatures such as Cascadia Code Nerd Font, Ferra Code Nerd Font, Geist Mono Nerd Font, JetBrains Mono Nerd Font, but if you want to prefer using the same terminal font, I'll recommend using Hack Nerd Font. I will download the Geist Mono Nerd Font.
A few minutes later.
There we go, it is now downloaded. Open the Dolphin File Manager or your preferred file manager. Click on downloads where the Geist Mono Nerd Font is downloaded. Open the terminal right here. Then run this specific command sudo unzip geist mono.zip -d, then locate the fonts folder. But in this case, name it Geist Mono NF Nerd Fonts, for example. Type the password. There we go, it is extracted into Geist Mono Nerd Fonts folder. Make sure to type sudo fc cache -f-v to update the font cache. Open system settings, scroll all the way down and select text and fonts. Make sure to click on select fix with font, show only mono spaced fonts, and then make sure to select the preferred nerd font, either the mono version or the original version. Choose regular as the preferred font style and size. Click OK, apply, close system settings. If you are using GNOME, open GNOME Tweaks, Fonts, Monospace Text, and change the font to the preferred nerd font. The fish terminal has been installed and the font configuration has been changed. Up next is installing Oh My Posh by typing curl -s https ohmyposh.dev/ install.sh, then bash-s. To get the installation shell file from online and install Oh My Posh straight from the terminal.
A few moments later.
There we go, Oh My Posh is installed right here. Make sure to open the fish terminal. Type in here Oh My Posh fish to test it. Oh, I forgot the source part. Source. There we go. As you guys can see, Oh My Posh is immediately loaded, but in this case the icons here are immediately loaded because we have set up the icons before setting Oh My Posh and fish. Since Oh My Posh themes is located right in here, make sure to copy this path and test it by typing Oh My Posh fish, but let's add the configuration by -c. These themes /atomic omp.json. .omp.json for example, or .omp.yaml are Oh My Posh themes. What the heck? There we go, the themes here are working. To apply the Oh My Posh configuration inside the user-wide fish configuration, go to .config, then fish, open config.fish with text editor, paste the exact initialization command inside the if statement, save the file, and close the text editor. To apply the system-wide configuration of the same Oh My Posh configuration, go to etc, then fish, open config.fish with text editor, paste the exact same initialization command, save the file, type the password, and close the text editor. There we go. It is immediately initialized every time I start the fish terminal. To automatically start the fish terminal, make sure to open the menu, More, Settings, Manage Profiles. Then create a profile called fish. Mark it as default profile. The command here is /bin/fish. Click apply, click OK. There we go. Click OK again. Restart the terminal. There we go. The fish terminal has been automatically initialized once I start the terminal. For the NeoFetch style info box, I'll recommend running this command sudo dnf install fastfetch. Why fastfetch? Because NeoFetch is deprecated and never maintained. So we better install the fork of NeoFetch called Fastfetch. It is complete. So if you type Fastfetch here, the entire information of this Fedora Linux instance is written right here, including the OS, the host, the kernel. To apply this every time I start the terminal, make sure to add Fastfetch right inside the config.fish file. It immediately prints the Fastfetch data and launches the Oh My Posh terminal. To change the color scheme, click on this menu, then More, Settings, Manage Profiles. We will edit this profile, so click on Edit. At Appearance, make sure to choose the preferred color scheme here. If you don't have a color scheme, click on Get New and search for a preferred color scheme. I will search for Monokai. And install that color scheme if you are using KDE Plasma. But if you are using GNOME, the GNOME color scheme is already good. Once the Monokai flat here is installed, click on Monokai flat, apply, and OK. As you guys can see, the Fedora Linux terminal looks modern and stylish in the user terminal. But what about the root terminal? In this case, the root terminal still uses bash while the user terminal uses Oh My Posh with fish as a shell. In this case, let's type change shell -s/bin/fish to change the shell to fish. If I re-enter the sudo su again, Oh My Posh is installed in /local/bin folder. Make sure to copy this folder and paste it right here. Make sure to exit and reinitialize it with sudo su again. There we go. It is added right here. The user configuration inside the fish configuration is applied right here. But for system-wide configuration, I would recommend applying only Oh My Posh without the Fastfetch. Save the file, close nano. If you open it with console, the user configuration is applied right in the user terminal. But system-wide configuration, like the root terminal, is applied everywhere, meaning that you should use .config/fish for user terminal configuration and etc/fish for system-wide configuration. For additional configurations, make sure to switch to ibeam or underline, because these two will look the terminal more techy. Blinking is enabled, which looks very efficient in here. The same goes to ibeam. Yes, ibeam works in here. On miscellaneous part, make sure to check on inactive terminals darken and darkening strength around right here. Then apply and OK. If the terminal is not active, it darkens. But if I click on this terminal instance, it becomes active. And with that, we have customized the Fedora Linux terminal to look modern and stylish on the user terminal, which is configured through .config/fish, and on the system-wide terminal, which is configured on etc/fish. That is it, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, join my Patreon, bookmark the blog, stay safe and have a nice day. I like Fedoras.